back to our Warp World. Here we are, Season 2, Episode 2. We have returned from Laughlin.
Awesome.
Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, wait, it's broke.
Oh, man. Well, we have awesome Laughlin news. We spent 3 days in Laughlin. We had a really good time. It was fun. We'll be discussing that. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're going to, we're discussing Laughlin, Super Bowl, some opinions on the halftime show.
We got all kinds of fun stuff going on.
Kayla's got some Country Thunders coming up, so Kayla's got some good info on Country Thunder for you. And then I think someone's coming back. Not quite
I think
sure.
so. He's gonna, he's been waiting. He took a little hiatus, but he's coming back, so it'll be a good time.
All right, well, what are you up to, Mark? What have you been doing?
It's been we've had a good time. We went to Laughlin. We might as well just get into there was 25 of us? I think there was actually 25 of us that all went to Laughlin.
25, only 20 at dinner that night, but
yeah, we had so we
25.
got this Bob Newhart suite. If you ever have a chance, I'll plug the Aquarius. And how good was the Majestic suite? That's what it was, the Majestic.
Ooh, the Majestic.
But it was it looks like it's, if you guys are old and you know Bob Newhart, it looks right like his office. And it does all the way up to the phone on the wall. So.
Yeah, was there any changes to the suite this year?
No, nothing.
Okay.
There was more stains to the couch, is what I did realize that. Yeah, there wasn't as many stains last year, but this year there was a few more
I sat
stains.
on that couch too.
Yeah, everybody's. God knows what's happened on that couch in that Majestic room. I don't know. They haven't changed the furniture since 1986.
Oh, jeez.
But
I had fun with craps. I finally learned how to play craps again.
okay, let me preface this. I played craps with this man for a little. It's not craps. It's video craps.
Well, it was.
And it took Jim a day and a half to finally put $20 into this.
It did, because craps scares me. It does. It's. I don't know if you ever go to Vegas often or ever. The most noise comes from the crap table, and it was just. And it'd been a long time, been 4 or 5 years since I played. So I decided instead of embarrassing myself in front of real people, I'd sit down to the video craps. And it wasn't video craps. The dice were. Remember that game Trouble?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. If you guys have ever played video craps, he is exactly right. Where you press the little top part and it bubbles, and you don't know where the hell this thing's. Remember when it would break and it would always come up the same thing on Trouble? You knew you had to get a new game then.
Right.
You never played Trouble, did you?
We played it a little bit.
Yeah, Trouble was cool.
So that's what this was. But what I liked about it is you didn't have to do dollar bets. You can do quarter bets. So $20, because I put $20 and was on there like an hour and a half and left with my $20.
It suckers you in. Those stupid 12 and 11 bets. It suckers you in.
Suckers you in.
Oh,
Suckered
my
me
God.
in.
I was losing money. I put in 50. I cashed out with 21. And that's playing pretty conservatively, and I was getting killed.
Well, no, you weren't playing conservatively
I
at all.
guess
You were
not.
betting the
12 and 11.
double sixes and the 11s.
What were you playing up there? Did you play craps with your dads at all? What did you play?
No, I don't do table games.
So you were just doing slots? Did you win any money on any of the slots?
No, I ended up. I think at some point won it all back, and then I frickin' lost it all again because I just said fuck it.
And that's what everyone's saying, that the slots are really tight up there. And that was from, Mandy and Holly. They're like,
Yeah,
really. And Kim said the same thing. Kim said they were really
I
tight.
won $80 on my second spin. The whole went there, put $20 in my first machine, spin nothing, second win $80. Or me or Carla won. One of us won $80 on the second spin. And then, went with 100 to gamble, came back with 104. So I call that a big win.
What blows me away, I was up $250 playing a $10 blackjack. I was on that good a run with the table we were having, and I still ended up coming down negative. That damn craps game, and then there was other blackjack games that weren't really doing. But Laughlin was okay, guys. Listen, it's an old folks' home. Let's be honest.
It's
an
God.
old folks' home, and we went during the slowest time of the year.
Right.
Week before the Super Bowl, middle of winter. I mean, it was,
It didn't look as old as other times I've been there as far as people around. They were all pretty old, but I guess I've gotten older because, I don't know,
There were a lot of people there. It was not a slow time.
I just
There
wondering,
tons of
was
people.
there overflow? The Pro Bowl doesn't really draw.
No, there was
anything.
no overflow. I think maybe it was just cheap time to go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's don't people when we say cheap. So we got great deals for everybody. But after you add the $40 freaking per night charge, and then you add the $9 here, so your free room is $62. So here, I mean, Holly enjoyed, but even she was telling me about how it was the slots were really tight, and she wasn't freaking winning any money, and she really didn't have a positive cash flow up there. We had a great time. My wife, to say for my birthday, through this happy hour in this Majestic, and it was better than going to a bar. I mean, we were all dressed in 70s giggly stuff, and we all dressed up as my wife put it as a 70s night. So we were all dressed up in 70s stuff, and for 2 hours we stayed up in the suite, and everybody that was invited came, and it was like we were at the bar, man. It was that cool. It was really fun. That was probably the best part of the night.
We got up there a little late, missed it, but when we were trying to sit down and eat because we were starving. But seeing these guys walk up in their 70s things, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty
y'all
cool.
looked really good.
And was even funnier the next time. I know you want to say, but it was even funnier the next night is because we were all hungover on Saturday, and all the dealers are like, "Yeah, your whole group looks like you're freaking a little tired tonight," and everything else. So.
No, I thought it was funny because when we got there, we booked a section of rooms and then put everybody all separate.
Yeah, that
and
did
so
suck.
I had a diva moment and I freaked the hell out because I was like, no, we're supposed to be right here so we can come and go from the suite, blah, blah, blah. So Holly and I had to go into the VIP area. Holly's all decked out in her 70s gear.
That's pretty
And
cool.
she's like telling them, like, Holly was way more composed than I was because I was pissed. I think it was because I was hungry and tired, but I was like, no, like, y'all screwed this up, fix it.
They really butchered it. I mean, we called 3 separate times and said, listen, we know the Majestic room we're getting. We need to make sure there's 10 rooms. They put my brother on the same floor, but in the wrong tower. I mean, we're like, what the? Steve's like, oh, where are you? I'm like, we're in room. He's like, there is no blah, 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 661. I'm like, you're in the California tower, aren't you? And he's like, yeah. He's like, where are you? I'm like, we're on the totally opposite end of the casino.
For
man.
the second year in a row, I still think Steve just didn't want to put up with you.
Oh my God! I think yeah, he's doing that on purpose. And I don't want to lay my brother out to dry, but I mean, so my brother is tending to do a little bit of the wacky here and there. And so Dr. Weed went with us. You guys who listen to us on a regular basis know that Dr. Weed went with us this weekend, and he introduced my brother to some of Dr. Weed's specialty. And my brother's walking through the casino going, "Don't let go." To his wife, "Don't let go of me. I don't know
let
where."
go of me.
Yeah, don't let go. It was, and you got to understand, my brother, he's a very straight, narrow guy. So I was like, and he's like, seriously, don't let go. I don't even know where I'm at right now. And I'm like, Dr. Weed, look what you did.
Well, hell, Mom even tried it, and Mom was doing
Oh,
cartwheels and jumping jacks, running upstairs.
Yeah.
And
It was
I had
wild.
hung out with Dr. Weed before, so I knew what Dr. Weed was having. So
Yeah, Carla's got some severe back problems and gets around, but not real well. Boy, she took one hit from Dr. Weed and like she
She's
said,
running upstairs in front of me.
backflips, carrying us upstairs, and whatever that shit is awesome.
But, yeah, I mean, Laughlin was a good time. I was shocked that 25 people went. I got blown away. I was like, and I hope it's like that. I don't think it'll be like that every year. I just think it just got big this year. But 25 people, going to Laughlin.
Oh, I think everyone heard how much fun we had last year, and then all came this year.
And I don't think it changed. I think everybody that went outside
I
of
wish
people,
we-
I think, had a great time.
I wish we had gotten there earlier and could,
You had an opportunity. But we're not getting into that.
No.
And when Miss Foot Fetish comes back on here, I'm going to give her shit about that because that's just you guys should have came up early.
No, I'm telling you, half of my fun is the ride up there. So no, I wasn't going to split it up.
No, and I mean, on our drive up there, like, we needed to have the talk. A talk, not the talk.
Oh my God!
We
Is
need to
he
have-
talking to you about sex again?
No, we had to talk to Jamie about it. So we had a conversation with her, so that was a whole shindig that happened on our
And
drive up there.
we'll eventually get into more on Jamie's relationships and everything as we grow into.
As we get closer to Jamie's
as we get
non-wedding.
to it is what I like is it's family. You guys came. It's a lot of fun. I mean, and and we're not like one of those things. Everybody come this way. Let's go do the tour. It's basically like, hey, go do your thing. We're meeting here for dinner. We'd like you to go on the happy hour. That was the only 2 things planned. We didn't care if anybody else came wherever they were going. So
Yeah, no, that was the beauty of it. You can do whatever you want. Go lay down, rest if you want. Go for
they
a
got to
walk.
do something with the Riverside. That's sad.
I didn't go. I didn't.
No, right next door. Not the Riverside. Colorado Bell. Sorry. They got to do because it's sad. It's like the biggest.
I still think we should trademark the whole Titanic thing.
So
So,
do
when
I.
it starts sinking, it's a Titanic experience.
It'd be totally cool. Look, get cold. You can get in the river right here.
What I don't understand is I understand asbestos, and so they can't move it and get asbestos into the river. But isn't it falling into the river anyway? First of all,
If you look it up, it doesn't even say that. It just said that it shut down just for COVID and it hasn't reopened, which what casino never come on.
but why don't they bring cranes in there and start dismantling it from the top?
I don't know.
So-
maybe
so
it is just closed because
Less asbestos. No, like aren't all the windows knocked out of it and stuff?
I don't know.
No, because they still had lights on when
There
we
were still
drove by
lights
on
on.
the
Yeah, there was still
taxi.
lights on. It's not completely dark at all. So that makes me wonder. But did they just? I don't understand why they wouldn't have just opened it up after post-pandemic. But that's what I read. But then we had heard when we were in Laughlin last year that it shut down because it's sinking, and that was what all the dealers and everything were saying. So I don't know what the truth is over there.
The
So
Colorado Belle is sinking.
well, that's what I'm thinking.
I like
so.
the Titanic idea.
And and there's some nice. I mean, you're not going to Laughlin for the nightlife. I mean, that's not what you're. I don't even really
No.
know why you're going to Laughlin. To
Wait,
be honest.
okay, I'm going to bring that up. And the bar with the band,
Yeah,
there,
it was awful. Oh, which one?
the one at the Aquarius.
Oh yeah,
I didn't
mean,
leave that hotel. Not impressed with the band.
No, but,
Wasn't last year.
but when you had a choice of there or the Losers Lounge, no offense.
I'd rather-
Losers Lounge. You got to do something else about that.
You know what I wanted to do, and I don't know if it could be a thought for next year, is when we were at Bubba Gump's having dinner, that outside patio, I can hang out around their fire pits, drink beer and bullshit.
It was nice.
That would have been fun.
Just rent out that little area for everybody.
Yeah,
that would have
yeah.
been kind of cool. But then we'd have to not have our happy hour in the room, which was
No, that
cheaper and
second night happy hour.
second night happy. Everything was fun. We had a good time. And again, you go to Laughlin, you got to know what you guys. If you've never been there, don't go out of your way to go there.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
It's if you don't want to pay
it's
all
not
the.
a trip you want to make.
If
to
you don't
go.
want to pay for the extravagance of Vegas, go to Laughlin.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. If you just want to get out,
It's a reservation casino. Several reservation
but again,
casinos.
if you want to go during the summer, the lake,
The river, yeah.
the river is right there, and that's why where they
Yeah.
make a lot of their money. So it'd be kind of cool to
yeah,
rent some jet skis.
get some jet skis or a boat or something on that. 'cause
I
we,
still want to do the tour that you do. That it's like you start in Laughlin and you go up to Havasu for a couple hours and then take the boat back.
does
to
the boat?
Laughlin.
There's no dams between Laughlin and Havasu.
No, but it does go all the way. You can't actually do that. It's a booze cruise. If I'm not wrong, I think it's a booze cruiser. You can take it up to Havasu, party there for an hour or two, and then party back, and it's like a 6-hour thing or something like that.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. But I like being in boats, even taking a water
And
taxi.
again, they
was fun.
hadn't released any of the water, so the water level was really low. And I mean, it was
It was higher than it was last time.
well. I think they've gotten a lot of rain like we have. So
Yeah,
out here, but
it was higher. That
but
made
it was
me feel
fun. It
better.
was a lot of fun. And listen, I had 25 people show up for my birthday and shit like that. So I'm not ever going to complain about that. I thought that was totally cool.
Yeah.
And we had a great time. So it was fun.
Yeah,
Your mom had a good time. Our groupie's missing tonight, so I'm a little upset. You know? Carla, if you're listening, which you don't even, I know you don't. But I mean, if
No,
my
she
son's
she
in-
listens to it when she's trying to go to
Our
sleep.
groupie's missing, so
when she tries to go to sleep, and it works.
it does. So, anyways, that's what I did. Kayla, I know we all didn't have eventful weeks, but you got stuff going on. What's up?
I had a terrible week.
Okay,
Honestly.
well, that's
Very-
what we're here for.
very-
I'm listening.
Careful, our two listeners don't like when we're not happy.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to go into enough, but
Is there anything you want to talk about over the last, friendships?
You secured
anything?
your venue.
Anything? Oh yeah, there you go.
So I, for my 30th birthday, am throwing a prom because a lot of people that I know have never went to prom. I went to 5 myself.
Jesus, you little whore.
Damn,
Wow.
that hurt.
I'm kidding.
She drag
So,
her asses to Laughlin and he calls her that. Call my kid a whore. Smack your
well,
ass.
no, because like Jamie, obviously my best friend, my cousin, kind of thing. We threw like a funeral for hers. It was
Okay,
like
really
death
quick
to
though,
her
can we go
20s.
back how you went to 5 proms?
I went obviously to my 2 when I was junior, senior. My other 2 cousins were a freshman and a sophomore when I was a freshman. Or no, they were a junior, senior when I was a freshman. So I went to 1 my freshman year. I went to 2 my sophomore year. I went to junior and senior.
Holy crap! Wow. Okay, I was
I
just
went-
trying to figure that out before you went to the
You
next.
should see the
story.
collection of dresses she has.
That
I
sounds
have 2. I only used the 2.
okay. Sorry, didn't mean to. I was just wondering how the math was working on 5.
No, yeah. I went, like I said. So I'm obsessed with prom. I love getting dressed up in that way, and I love the party aspect of it and everything. And like I said, a lot of people that I've talked to have never been to prom. Like my mom's never been. My friend at work, he's never been. He's so excited. It's so cute.
I think it's a cool idea.
I love how excited he is. It makes me more excited to throw this prom for like him. So yeah, I just was like, I want to do this. So we went and I found a venue for my prom.
That's
So
awesome.
we went and we booked it. We got all the numbers.
I'm
and-
excited about it. I think it'll be a cool time. It really will be.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
You
place.
need to decorate it tacky too, like from
No,
that. You did like
it's
from
not
like
tacky.
from Footloose. That's how you should decorate it. That'd be cool, man.
Not going to be
I
tacky.
got
It's, gonna
you.
be
It's your party. I
tasteful.
got it.
It's going to be whatever.
It's a very nice event. If you look at the website for the venue, it's very nice. Very.
We
classy
want
touch.
everybody going. We can't just have everybody crash it. Good.
No.
Darn it. Okay. All right.
Because we have to not pay per person, but like we have to give a set number and all that kind of
Sure, I
stuff.
got
so.
you. No, well, that's exciting. That's cool. That's fun. So we'll talk about that more in the future as that gets close.
Prom, all the fun of a wedding without the commitment.
Yeah.
That's what
Yes, it is.
that's what I did in Laughlin when I couldn't sleep, as I just sat there and planned everything out.
That's cool.
Jamie was supposed to plan it all, and I think she tried, and I said, "Nope, I'm going
Yeah,
to take over."
But you're a little control freak, so it's okay. You're like your
yeah.
mother on that.
Well, because she doesn't want to talk about her wedding, so I'll plan my prom and then start planning
Is that
your
a
wedding
good thing
again.
or a bad thing?
I don't know. To be determined.
Let's get foot porn on here. And we'll have to start talking about stuff. So it'll be cool. So, but it was a fun couple weeks since we've been going. We wanted to try to do a live show up there, but just the timing and everything just
Timing.
kind of worked out.
Well,
It would have been cool though. Do you see what I mean by that overlook right over the river? And it would have been.
Oh
cool.
yeah, it would have been great.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
would've been a cool
maybe
thing.
we'll get something together for Memorial Day or something like that.
Yeah, we should.
But parties the week after Laughlin, we ended up at a Super Bowl party at Dave and Mandy's. Very grateful for that. That was a good time. The Super Bowl, however, was not.
Listen, are we going here? Are we taking? a break
No,
or
not
what
yet.
are we
Let's
doing?
talk Super
Okay.
Bowl.
Super Bowl
did your
was
team,
great.
It was a
and
great game.
Listen,
I
you
don't like the
couldn't
way
have
it
asked for a
ended.
better Super Bowl. I love that it was in Arizona. I love that it added so much money to our freaking economy, along with the Phoenix Open, the Waste Management Open. There were so many people here, and it was awesome. So that I will.
The game itself, though,
The game itself was incredible.
incredible
It was a
game.
great
I
football.
don't like the way it ended. I don't like it being ended on
That's exciting.
a.
What the hell do you want it to end
No,
on?
you knew it was. You knew what was going to happen.
Right.
That wasn't exciting. I knew what
But it
was
was
going to happen.
up to. Never mind. Oh my God. What
We
did-
all know the NFL is scripted, so why are we
Oh my God! Dear Lord, we're not getting. Into
I don't
that
know. It was
space.
okay. You know, I didn't really care who won. So it
Well,
it
neither
really
did
didn't matter.
I. I mean, I'm an Arizona Cardinal fan, guys, so you guys know I don't care about football. Did
So-
you have fun? Oh, jeez.
I am the type now that I watch football. I need people to not, and let me say it before Dad frickin' says something. I need to actually watch the game because I can't see what's happening. I need to hear what's happening. You know, if they make a call, I need to hear why that call was made. I couldn't hear. We tried with the speaker thing. That was,
Yeah,
we gave up on
we
that.
had some
but then
audio problems.
Everyone around me was having conversations as well, which obviously it's a party. People are going to do that, but I'm also trying to pay attention and understand, and no one's paying attention. So I'm like, what? If we're here to watch the game, why are we not watching the game?
Well, because I think, and you're going to realize that as you start going to more football things, that the Super Bowl is really, if your team isn't in it, and we're all strong football fans, it really wasn't about this. It was just having a party. It really was, because
Okay.
it's on in the background, and okay, this is great, and we cared and we wanted to watch it. But like Dave's at Green Bay, Mandy's Indianapolis, I'm Arizona. And we put so much time and effort through the season that we're putting all our heart and souls into our team. By the time your team's not in it at Super Bowl, you're like, okay.
Which is understandable because I was the same way. I didn't care either way. I didn't want the Chiefs to win. I didn't care if the Eagles won. But it was one of those that I'm like trying to learn and figure out what's happening, and then everyone's just having all these other
I get it, yeah,
conversations.
and I get it, but
And
once you
there's even
start go-
commercials though, even commercials that I couldn't hear that I heard after.
yeah, and it sucked because some of the commercials were pretty good, but I
Yeah.
mean, and they spent.
they
you know,
weren't. I don't think they were as.
I wouldn't put him in a top 10 commercial bunch.
No,
I'll
no.
usually
No.
bunch commercials. I mean, we all should go back to Bud.
Was.
I didn't know that. One.
Yeah,
I was too young for that one.
But I mean, we'll all know that. That
I the J-Lo Ben Affleck one after I saw it
That
later
was
on.
funny.
That was funny.
It was.
What was that other one?
The 2B one that fucked everyone.
Oh,
up.
where they
Oh,
the
yeah.
TV changed. I mean,
Yeah.
I got it. I'll give him a brilliant
Yeah.
idea because I did that. I was like, hey, who just pressed the button, man? Who just
Right, right.
So I'll give him that. Tubi was pretty good. I thought the Coors Light and Miller Lite going at it, and then it ended up being a Blue Moon.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
I
was a
thought
good
that
one.
was
Saw that one
that was
today.
pretty good. I
That-
like
that
that
was a
one.
good
So
one.
that was
That
pretty
was a good
good.
one.
And then I'm trying to think of there was a. I think I did like the Dunkin' Donuts. Of course, I like Ben Affleck on that, but I'm trying to think of the other ones that were
I see. None of them were that memorable.
Yeah, they didn't like stick out. So
Yeah.
the ones that remember, there's always 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But there's some years that live in infamy for their commercials during the Super Bowl, and this wasn't one of them.
on a whatever note, the one, the Dignity Health one where the grandma's signing to the little baby. I thought that was cute. You didn't have a heartwarming Budweiser commercial this year, so
No,
that's all you had.
Did they even do one for Christmas this year?
I don't think so.
I don't even think, because usually they're tear jerkers. Usually the ones that they do are tear jerkers.
Yeah,
Especially the Christmas one. They got to quit putting the old ones are good, but you got to come up with a new one. They keep on doing the Clydesdales, and because remember the Budweiser where the Clydesdale, they were playing football. The horse comes up and moves the football over, and they're playing football.
The one with the puppy was
that was
like
pretty
that
cute.
Like I said, there's a lot of Budweiser commercials. Usually, you depend on Budweiser for that one commercial, and it just
they
wasn't
didn't
there
really do that
this
this year.
year. Did they even have a commercial this year?
No, they didn't.
Yeah, there wasn't a Bud Light commercial. Remember the Bud Light Bowl? Where it was Bud against
Bud Bowl?
Light? Yeah, the Bud Bowl. See, you're probably too young. But these were memorable Budweiser commercials where it was great. But there wasn't a ton of.
I think the only Super Bowl commercial that ever stood out to me is when they killed Jack from Jack in the Box.
Oh, they did kill Jack. You're right. That was a commercial that before they brought him back. She's absolutely right.
You weren't around for that.
She's spouting
No,
it, though,
there
because
was
that's when they
another
killed
one.
Jack off. Get it, Jack off. Hey, give me a applause for that one.
No, it wasn't.
No.
that
Oh,
funny.
come on.
But no, that was. There
Jack
was
off's
another
always
one.
funny.
They brought it back a few years later, or like 20 years later, or something.
Well, all right. So here's what happened originally. Jack wasn't who he was today.
You're on it, right. So you're on it. We know the backstory to Jack in the Box. Let us
So,
tell you the backstory.
All of a sudden, Jack in the Box says, "Enough with Jack," blah, 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 blah. And they blew up the menu board with Jack on
with
it.
his
Yeah.
head, they blew him up.
They
They
blew it
killed
up.
him.
Okay, maybe they didn't kill him. Maybe I'm getting it confused. They kidnapped him or something.
No, they
Jack-
killed him. They
No,
killed Jack off.
And you're
I'm sorry, that's funny.
in y'all's whatever it was that he was killed, but there was a Super Bowl that they kidnapped him or something,
I don't
and
remember
someone
that.
tried to
I
take
don't
over
remember.
the company again. I'm gonna fucking Google
Oh,
it.
yeah, Google that, 'cause I think I know. But originally,
If
they
only
blew
had
him up.
something that we can look it up.
And then, no, the great thing was Jack survived, and he was pissed off. So he goes into the Jack in the Box boardroom. This commercial ran 3 times, and then they had to take it off the air because of Oklahoma City. But he went into the boardroom and blew up the boardroom.
Oh,
He's like,
I don't remember that.
Fuck you guys. Yeah, because the commercial only ran 3 times, and then the bombing in Oklahoma City
My
happened.
God, we know a lot about Jack in the Box, guys.
So they had to pull those commercials.
I don't know if this is good or bad. Jack in the Box needs to pay us because we have the history of Jack in the Box.
Yeah, I think it only ran like 3 times.
And I think their tacos have stayed the same during the whole time.
They're the same tacos.
They're the greatest tacos ever.
They made up 1 billion tacos in
If
1989.
what they should do is they should package 20 of those tacos frozen and sell them in stores.
I would be so happy.
I know. Can you imagine going to the store?
If White Castle can do it, why couldn't Jack in the Box?
Exactly. Why can't you freeze 20 of those tacos and put them in an air fryer? And
They already do. They're frozen, dropped in a deep fryer.
Oh, I know that, but imagine them frozen. You can buy them in your frozen section.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though they go to Jack in the Box frozen.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found it. It was a Jack in the Box commercial. It was called Hang In There, Jack. It was a month-long ad campaign featuring Jack Box, not off, being hit by a bus in his I don't know that word, but that's a
Suburban?
big word. No, something recovery.
Okay.
The campaign was I can't fucking speak.
Are you drunk? I think you're drunk. She's having a seizure right now, people. She's having a seizure.
You smell toast?
Nah, kind of. So ultimately,
That's a dog.
that's Callie. He got
Hey.
struck by a bus outside of the corporate office. And then it was pretty much just confirm he has massive head trauma, blah, 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 blah. So,
Oh, I
did not.
remember
So
that.
you're adding to the Jack in the Box history.
Jack was in a coma.
And then Jack came back.
Does it say what year this was?
2009.
Oh, wow.
And then Jack came back, and I mean, it was a big, and everybody loved it. I mean, everybody.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying his initial comeback as Jack Box that
We
you know
never
him
see
now.
we never see the clown anymore from Ronald McDonald, do we? Or Ronald McDonald.
He was doing it on Broadway. The last I heard.
Oh, he switched it. That's
I
funny.
hate this.
That's funny. You're young enough? You knew Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
Were you old enough to know the cookies, the graham cracker cookies? That's what they used to put in the Happy Meals.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, but yeah.
Then they went to Apple Snacks or whatever the hell they did.
Well, the Super Size Me that by that
Yeah,
one
that
guy
that wasn't good. Yeah,
that killed the
Nothing
whole
super-
industry. So
nothing's
they had
been
to
supersized. except for boobs.
How did we even get here?
No, we're talking. I'm just saying.
didn't Mary McCheese run for Supreme
Yeah.
Court at one point?
Yeah,
And,
so I'm just going into how you. So we're talking about Jack, and then now we're talking about Ronald McDonald. But yeah, who's the other?
yeah, Mary
Who was the Little
McCheese,
Caesar guy?
Little Caesar
Pizza. Who was that dude?
from Little Caesars.
Yes.
Caesar
I'm
or
talking.
Little?
I'm talking about right, Bob's Big Boy. Shut up. Oh, I get. Oh, shut
Little
up.
Caesar was from Little Caesar.
So, but remember Bob's Big
I thought
Boy.
we were talking about the Ronald McDonald game.
Well, I'm just talking now about mascots from fast food joints. So there was a
Bob or TJ's, depending on what part of the country you're from.
Did Sambo's have anything?
No.
Sambo's had nothing.
What's a Sambo?
It was basically a Denny's before Denny's, I think.
Sambo's, there was a cartoon that was, I'll say, very politically incorrect about a little cartoon, Little Black Sambo. And,
There was a black Sambo.
yeah, I remember the Sambos there that was down the street from the house had the cartoon on the top
Yeah,
of
black
the thing.
Sambo probably wouldn't work. Too.
Yeah, no, it didn't work.
Yeah,
People
I don't think
bitch.
Black
People
would
bitch.
like
People
Sambo.
bitch. But yeah,
So anyway, let's go really quick, fast. Does Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. doesn't have a.
Happy Star.
Oh, he does have Happy Star.
Remember the freak? Okay, first of all, you remember the freaky looking king from the recent Burger King ads.
Oh, he was
The
he
big
freaked
plastic
people out.
head.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was. He was a freak. They
Do you
got
remember-
rid of him right away.
Do you remember the live Burger King back in the 80s?
Yeah, that wasn't
early
as
80s.
freaky as the.
Oh no, he was
guy.
he was a real dude
Yeah, he
with
was
a
a
beard and
real
everything,
guy.
and then there was Sir Mix-a-Lot, Sir Shake-a-Lot, Sir Mix-a-Lot. I don't know. He was the shake thing, and then they had the little fry guys. No,
So-
the fry guys were in McDonald's.
I know your new favorite. You like Raising Cane's. Do they have a mascot?
It's the dog.
Okay,
They have a dog,
It's a dog.
they have a dog.
It's named after the dog.
Raising Cane.
Kane.
The dog's
Dog's
name
name
Raising or
Cane.
Cane?
Kane.
Cane.
Kane.
Okay, Cane the dog. All right. Anyways, okay. So we went up, but anyways,
Back to
yeah.
the Super
No,
Bowl.
And back to the
but,
Super.
but no. Yeah, we just went way off the rails
I mean, that
there.
took
Holy
10 minutes.
crap!
I mean, where was the original
Jeez.
conversation there? Wow.
Yeah, well, we were talking Super Bowl, and then we went into Super Bowl commercials, and then way off the rails. Thank you.
We
Mark.
don't need to go
Yeah,
back.
edit here. Edit here. So because it was going very. I'm serious. Edit here
It
because
wa-
it was going very well.
Yeah, it was too. I don't know where to edit that one, Mark. So we'll just leave that in. But going back to the Super Bowl, let's get into the halftime show. Oh, we're going to get into the halftime show after
I need
the
to drink
break.
and smoke, people, and then we're gonna get into it. We'll see you in a few.
All right, take a break. Okay, we went a little bit off the rails there, but we're back talking. We wanted to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show.
We do. I would first like your guys' opinion, Kayla, as a millennial. I would like your take on Rihanna.
I have nothing against Rihanna. I always sound like the negative one, but whatever.
Well, wait till
I
you
have-
get to me.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Honestly, I have nothing against her. I knew majority of her songs. It just wasn't when I think halftime show, I think spectacular, boom, 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 blah, blah. To me, I didn't care for it.
You know what I don't think about halftime shows? Pregnant women doing what they
Whoa,
need to do.
now wait a minute now.
Hey, I've got nothing wrong with pregnant women. That's great, fantastic. And I'm sorry if I'm rubbing people the wrong way, and I'm not woke or whatever on this, but it's the most testosterone-filled day of the year. I do not want a pregnant woman just doing what she. It wasn't. It just. I was like, what the? No one knew if she was fat or pregnant, and it was. Nobody knew. And I don't look at if you want to do your woke thing and you want to be on, go to the Grammys. Go to the be on the Grammys. Be on the cover of Vogue. Go do that stuff. Don't do my Super Bowl show. No, I don't. The levitation things were cool. I'm like, this is going to be freaking cool. The levitation thing came down, and then I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? I'm like, and it was just, come on.
Please send your comments to mark@allworldgirl.com.
Yeah, listen, I know I'm not the only one thinking
No.
this.
Here's
not the only one
no.
thinking this.
The problem is when I was watching it, she looked like she didn't care. She wasn't into it. She wasn't dancing. Her dancers were dancing.
She was 6 months pregnant.
That's what I'm saying. I think if you find out that you're 6 months pregnant, you should bow out.
And everybody is like, she didn't get paid. She didn't get paid. That's great. But I don't think you do your I'm pregnant at the Super Bowl. It's the most testosterone-filled day of the year.
See, I'm going to disagree with you on that. It could have been a lot better.
And of course,
if you're pregnant,
that I'm talking. Oh my God, she was great. You guys don't understand being pregnant, being up there.
But that's the thing.
200 feet in the air. Okay, I get that.
First of all, yeah, if you're pregnant, why are you 200 feet in the air? Secondly, she couldn't dance the way as good as her dancers.
She would have.
She danced like a white girl.
I don't know. She just kind of when I'm first watching it before I realized she's pregnant, it's like, does she even give a shit that she's there? Her dancers are dancing her ass off.
They look like Oompa Loompas.
Well, yeah, we'll get into that. But the star of the show should be the best dancer out there, if you ask me. And she just looked like she didn't give a shit. And then I find out she's pregnant. Okay, so she can't do the moves, can't bounce the baby around. I get it. Great. Bow out.
So my whole thing was, okay, you can't do the moves, you can't do this. You can sing, you sound great, incredible, but you've got half of hip hop in Arizona for the week. You've got Drake, you've got freaking Jay-Z, you've got everybody at your disposal. Why would she not in advance say, "Hey, why don't you join the Super?" I know because Jay-Z and it was on the year before. I get that with the whole thing, but you got the hit. You got Drake. You could bring on stage with you and freaking.
And I think that's where it fell flat for me, is because TikTok hyped it up because everyone's doing their who's she gonna bring, what's it gonna do. Everybody on TikTok and their assumptions made a better halftime show than what she did. And it was the fact that she only did it on her own, to me, just wasn't like spectacular.
If you've got that many people in town, hey, why don't you do this part, you do this part, you do this part, and then I don't have to.
But 6 months in advance, you know they're going to be there when you start your rehearsals and everything.
But when she realizes that she can't do up to par because she's pregnant, which is fine, offer parts to other people so she doesn't have to do it as much.
I'm going to go even a step further with this. I don't believe the network knew it. I think they booked her, and I don't think they knew it until probably a week or two before when she started doing rehearsals or whatever. And I think the network was like, were you going to let us know? This kind of changes some stuff here.
I could kind of see that because there was supposed to be a shot, or from what I've seen and heard, there was supposed to be a certain shot where she like announces it, but the camera people didn't do that. So then that's where the whole, is she pregnant? Did she just have a baby? Is she overweight?
I have nothing against pregnant women. Pregnant women, don't get me wrong, I'm not attracted to pregnant women, so I'm going to put that out right off on the bat. I'm not attracted to pregnant women. But I'm not going to fault it. I just don't want it at my Super Bowl. I don't. That is not something that I thought I had to freaking. Okay, it's so nice. It's so no. I don't think so. So why am I wrong? Because I'm not finding this worth my 26 minutes to watch here.
Again, it was the dancing. If it
wasn't just the dancing, it was the whole "I'm pregnant" bit. You don't.
I didn't have a problem with that. But
I don't have a problem with it either. If you're letting people know in advance, and this is how it's going to be done, and this is what it's Pat. We're coming out as pregnant women, and we're going to do a
sure.
Make it still work.
That's what I mean.
I'm okay with.
If the whole number was different and set for.
And I'm going to interrupt. You know why that wasn't done in advance? Because ratings would have fucking tanked, and I would have fucking been leading the way.
No.
Because there would have been. They would have tanked.
No, I'm not.
If they would have advertised that pregnant Rihanna going to be, they would have got half the viewers.
Okay, Katy Perry a few years ago, Dance Around with Happy Sharks. Right?
It was stupid.
It's Left Shark.
But it was a lot better.
Okay,
and it's a lot better. And you want to know why?
Left Shark.
Because Katy Perry wasn't pregnant. That's why it was freaking better than this.
But I'm saying the way the number was, if the number wasn't such hardcore dancing, and it was her singing. A little less dancing.
Me, I don't think the network knew she was pregnant.
I just think the contrast between the fantastic dancers that she had and her not being able to, but looking like she didn't care, is what ruined it for me.
I personally don't think that it was because she was pregnant. I think it's because she didn't give a spectacular show. You know, last year we had all these amazing rappers, you know, put on this awesome generational show kind of thing. And then she just comes out and sings 4 or 5 songs.
Okay, let me interject here, okay? Pregnant Rihanna goes on tour. You think she's getting a shit ton of people that if she goes on
Yes.
tour when she's
Yes.
not?
Yes.
You- I don't. I think I
have
don't.
only seen good things said about this halftime show.
Oh yeah,
No, I have.
everyone
complained
loves
about
it.
I see. I'm
But
getting negative. I'm like getting different.
But I think if pregnant Rihanna goes on tour, the expectation is she's pregnant, so she's not going to be able to dance as good as her dancers. Then the expectation is here versus why are you not dancing
this
as
is
hard
what
as
I'm
they
saying.
are?
If you're not going on tour as a pregnant woman, why are you going on the biggest stage to be? I just, again, I don't care that you guys, and I know I'm going to get a ton of crap for this. I don't mind that she was pregnant and that what she was doing is incredible. That's great. She's making it. She's probably tired off. I'm a man, so I don't know, but I'm sure she was tired. And my God, it's what she's got to do to prepare for that as pregnant. Amazing. I just don't want her at the Super Bowl. Put her on the Grammys. Put her on other big time whatever
I
shows.
can see
you
what
don't
you're
put her at the
saying.
Super Bowl.
It
I
is
just go ahead.
kind of wild because she hasn't performed in like 4 or 5 years. So why all of a sudden is she, doing the Super Bowl like this? I'm pretty sure it's because they wanted Taylor Swift to do it and Taylor said no. Because she's waiting until she gets her whole music category back or
Catalog.
catalog back.
Oh, I thought
And
she got
then
all
she's
that.
going to
No,
do
not
no.
yet. She's in court with that.
Oh, I thought that was all done.
No, but
She's going to get whatever last couple albums.
To me, it was very. I think I'm not the only one that reacted that way on Super Bowl Sunday. I was saying what about 8 other people at the party want. They're like,
Oh, I was saying it too until I realized she
you
was.
originally brought it up. I just was like, nobody believes me.
Because before I knew that she was pregnant, it's like she just doesn't care. She just the look on her face was.
I have morning sickness.
Throw my arm here, throw my arm there. Meanwhile, the dancers are throw my arm here, throw my arm there, and she's all throw my arm there.
It was
and
very. Listen, I'm
You see
sure
what I
for the
mean? Do you know
women
what I mean,
out
though?
there, for you 6 women that are out there listening to us right now, I understand that I'm sounding like a jerk. Okay, I am. But just pick a different platform.
You usually do. We're used to it.
Don't-
Okay, well, you got some.
Did y'all see the one dancer that went rogue and started doing their own little TikTok dance up in the rap?
More interesting than Rihanna. They could have probably just stuck that onto her.
Yeah, no, I was not a fan of it. Like I said, I think TikTok for me hyped it up that it was going to be this great thing that all these guests were going to be happening, yada yada yada, and they didn't happen. So it was just what it was. And then 2, everyone was talking during it as well, so I couldn't hear it and I couldn't focus on what she was doing or singing or saying.
Agreed. It was. I don't know, but
Which that's just me being a stick in the mud because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
You're
I'm
stick-
here to watch this, not talk to all of you guys. We already talked before the game started.
Right.
We can
right.
talk during the commercials.
Not
during
I'm
Super Bowl.
saying, I just think I'm saying, and I know I was saying it because I've talked to other people. They're like, yeah, you're just saying it in a very blunt way. Again, I thought there would be a different avenue that you could have taken that, being pregnant and showing how strong you are as a pregnant woman. I just don't agree with it at the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is known for controversy, so I guess this is a way that they're maybe adding more for the halftime show.
Because they talked about
And
it,
everybody is
it's been
talking
talked about it.
But and I'm sure because I'm probably getting yelled at by women right now saying, you don't know anything, and I don't. I'm going to go on. I don't know anything about it. But as a man watching the Super Bowl, it's not what I wanted to see for my halftime show.
Yeah, like I said, it's just the quality for me. I don't care if she's pregnant or not.
I do.
It's the quality.
See, and it's not.
Well,
I'm not trying to say
that's where
this
we
in
differ.
a mean way. I'm trying to. If I'm coming off as assholish, I get it. But sorry, I'm like, really? She's pregnant? This is what you're putting on here. It was almost like you're being force fed. You got to accept this. You have to accept this. And that's in one way I think how it was being made. You're going to accept the pregnant woman on. You have to accept the pregnant woman. Well, I'm not accepting the pregnant woman. So.
All right. Well, there you go. Please again, Mark at ourwarpedworld.com. Back in a minute. Wow. All right. Well, thanks for your honest opinions about Super Bowl halftime, Mark.
Pregnant women.
It wasn't. Oh, You turned me. Oh, there we go. It was not. I love pregnant women. It's great. It's great. My wife was pregnant. Not my current wife, but one of my wives was pregnant with my kid. So I mean,
Jeez,
I
okay.
mean, it's great.
Moving right along. Well, we've finished Christmas parties. We finished Christmas. We finished birthdays. Guess what's next? It's Country Thunder. Coming up on April 14th? 12th. April 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th.
Yeah, at this point, it's every damn day.
It's January 1st.
It's
till
every day of the year. So the official event will start April 13th and will go until the 16th. We go out a day before and we come home a day after. We take extra time.
So the lineups dropped this week, right?
Yep. They did the lineups every single day, so we now know who is on what day at what specific times. So I guessed it slightly correctly.
What's slightly correctly?
I
got one person right that is playing at the show.
I got 2 out of 4, and then my friend from Camel was like, you need to switch a couple of those. So I figured it out after I went deep diving on concert websites to see who was playing elsewhere on certain days. So
who the headliners for all 4 days?
So we have John Party's going to be on Thursday.
John Party.
Luke Bryan is going to be on Friday.
I'd like to see Luke Bryan. I like him.
Kind of cool, probably.
Cody Johnson is on Saturday, and then Dirk Bentley is on Sunday.
I'm surprised they're not putting Dirks on Saturday.
He's finishing the show. He's headlining the whole thing.
Yeah. So. Saturday is always the biggest day to go because that's usually the biggest headliner. Cody Johnson is a up and coming, and he's pretty, I wouldn't say new. He's had a lot of songs out there, but he's definitely blowing up. So that's someone that a lot of the Country Thunder Nation was like asking for. So they handed it to us. So that day is going to be the one that sells out most likely.
Really? Okay.
Really?
I've never on Friday is what I would have.
That's what I thought too.
A lot of people, surprisingly, at least in my Country Thunder world, does not like Luke Bryan.
Well, Idol starts this week. Well, I guess they're not doing live shows until after that.
Probably.
Live shows start in April. So that's
but
no.
No.
That means they're going on now, aren't they?
What's that?
Don't they tape them?
Yeah, Idol. No, they've done all the
prerequisite
free stuff.
The auditions. They've done those all year long.
Is this American Idol 41?
I don't know.
Something
I
like
don't
that.
ever watch American Idol.
Yeah, that's why I questioned Luke Bryan, but that's right. They don't do live shows until like April. So are you most excited about Cody Johnson or?
Yes, because I haven't seen him. I've already seen Dirk Bentley, Luke Bryan, and John Party already at Country Thunder. So I'm excited for Cody Johnson. And there's a lot of other people on that day that I haven't seen. So
who surprised you that wasn't there that you would like to have been there?
There's too many to say.
So why don't see? That's what kind of gets me. You would think there would be more highlighted acts that are.
From what I've noticed over the last few years of going is that they have the same couple artists, let's say same 50 artists on a rotation. Like I said, I've seen
signed to contracts or whatever.
John Party, Luke Bryan, and Dirk Bentley all at Country Thunder. Same with a lot of the side acts, all at Country Thunder is where I've seen them. So that's unfortunate with this year, but I know we're getting back into the swing. This is like...
How many stages do they have?
They have 2 different ones. They have the main stage and then they have the side stage, which is all like up and coming bands or like local artists and stuff like that.
Okay, so the five that are on your Instagram page, those are on the main stage, and then they have other bands on the side stage.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So
and then the
side,
unfortunately, the side stage plays sometimes during like the headliners.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
which I'm like, I think it's one of those like, oh, this person. Like main stage will start at 10, but the side stage will start at like 9:30, 9 o'clock. So then it bleeds into.
Oh, so the set runs
that makes
long.
sense.
Okay.
I mean,
So yeah,
you can't really stay everything on a time set out there, so it'd be kind of tough to do.
Yeah, so it kind of bleeds into it. So that's kind of unfortunate if you wanted to go see someone on the side stage. But like I said, unfortunately, those are like up and coming small people. So
yeah, that seems like a good opportunity though for local acts or whatever to be seen.
Do they do? You know more about country. Do they do that in each location that they have Country Thunder? Take more local bands to.
I'm not sure.
You would hope they would. I would hope that would be kind of a prerequisite of it.
I'm not sure if some of them are big enough to do that because I know, unfortunately, Iowa lost theirs this year. They didn't tell them. They didn't say anything.
They just didn't.
They just didn't.
That's too bad.
So Iowa was kind of like sitting there with their big Welcome Country Thunder banners, and Country Thunder didn't show up.
Yeah.
Oh
Too
wow!
bad.
No, it didn't happen like that. Unfortunately, the festival season ends in, I think, October. So the new festival, lineups start getting announced and stuff like that, and Iowa was not on the list.
Was there a replacement city?
I think Tennessee took over. Bristol
that's-
took over.
That's Bristol, I can see, especially if they're doing it
Yeah.
right around the
I just-
Bristol NASCAR race.
I just have a thought of the state of Iowa sitting there with their Hi Country Thunder, and no one shows up.
A little tumbleweed just
Yeah, it's just
rolls on
It's like
by.
Linus waiting for the Great Pumpkin.
So this year I decided for my Instagram that I created an Amazon storefront.
nice.
That way, because I always get a lot of people, and I also jump at the opportunity to help a lot of the newcomers that come to Country Thunder, because unfortunately some people in our community decide to act like they are better than everyone instead of helping people out. And Jamie and I
the
have
world.
gone for 6-7 years now. I think this is our 7th year.
Footborn?
Yeah, foot porn.
Okay.
Not paid for any of Country Thunder.
Footborn is not contributed.
But a lot of people, like I said, decide that they don't want to share their knowledge. And I went from tent camping, or we went from driving back and forth every day, an hour each way kind of thing, to now we have this nice campsite and all of that stuff. So
Is there music 24 hours?
No,
Okay, so what time does it start? Like 8 a.m., 10 a.m.?
no, it does not start until like 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
You would think that if
usually-
you're a small band, I'm playing 8 a.m. at Saturday. Come on now, Mom.
No, so on Thursday the first one starts at 3:30.
Jeez,
and
that's
then,
late.
Yeah. I mean, because a lot of people go on Wednesday now, unfortunately, where Wednesday used to be the cool kid club that no one knew about. So you'd go in and no one would be there. So you could easily do what you needed to do. So if you're listening, don't show up until Thursday, because I'm sick of y'all being here on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday doesn't exist. They're closed.
Yeah. So even last year, they started letting people in Tuesday night. My friend and her husband were first in line. They got in Tuesday night.
Wow.
Or even I think Wednesday morning at like 6 a.m. because they just needed to get people off of the road, because people will go and camp out right in front of the
Yeah, that would make sense.
on the street and on the highway. So, but most of the time you're not waking up. I unfortunately wake up at 8 a.m. every day I'm out there because I barely sleep as it is. But you're not going to bed until 4 or 5 a.m. Like what y'all do in Laughlin is what people are doing out there. So you're not waking up until
And they have there's what are they? They're off stage by 11.
no. The last one goes on at 10, so they're usually done by like midnight,
Okay.
1 a.m.
All right, so that does make sense then.
Yeah, we weren't getting back to the campsite last year until almost like 2 in the morning. And we were like, cool, we didn't even have dinner yet, because you're just wandering around everywhere and going into the venue and stuff.
Well, people are stopping you for autographs and stuff, right?
Actually, that did happen to me.
Nice.
That did happen
Good
to me.
setup there, Jim and Dad. Wow.
I was just standing there with Jamie, and Jamie was doing something, or we had just gotten a drink, and we were standing there, and this girl comes up and she's like, I follow your Instagram and I really like you. And I was like, oh my God, you're so cute. Unfortunately, I don't remember her name. But yeah, we took a picture, and I don't know where that picture went, because she
I'm waiting
never.
for that day with me and you, Jim. Oh my God, you guys are the guys from our war world.
That's the guy that talked about Rihanna.
Yeah, kill him!
Get him!
Kill him! I'm like, help!
Save yourself, Mark. So let's give people that Instagram thing so they can look at the
Y'all can
lineups.
go for it. Y'all are my hype team here.
All right, so Kayla's Instagram is CTAZ Adventures.
It's the first time I've heard of that, so sorry. No,
It is
I'm
not the
kidding.
first time. Pay attention.
That's how that just shows he doesn't
Now-
listen when I
Now,
talk.
yeah, but going back to your storefront there. So these that's at Amazon.com/CTAZ Adventures. This is the stuff you choose to use that sets up your campsite.
Yeah, so I was going into that before I derailed. A lot of new people come in. I take the liberty of saying, hey, if you need help, reach out to me. I'll tell you what I take. I'll tell you what I do. I have a lot of people who reach out. So I created an Amazon storefront. That way I just post and have all the stuff that I take out to Country Thunder right there so people can see it. So I have
That's
it.
a great idea. I think that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The chairs she uses, the cups she uses, different things.
Yeah, I broke it down. I'm probably going to do more categories, but the 3 I have right now is like the for sure things you need for like your campsite. So like my reclining chair, cooler, the water jug, all that kind of
so-
stuff.
And what's cool is this is up until Country Thunder at all. This is going to be a regular segment when we do. So she's going to be able to tell you where to get good eats out there. What are some of the good parties? Whatever you can find, you're going to be passing along that info of information so we can pass it along to our moms and dads that are listening.
I know the 50-year-olds that are.
No, I've heard some people our age that go or want to go or would like to
I
try
would
it.
think there's a lot. We're not dead, Jim. We're in our 50s. We're not
Well, yeah,
dead. God.
what about
I know
your-
she thinks we are, but we're not
What
dead.
about your fan club at work? They all listen to things you say, so
They do. In fact, one of them. So I've already plugged her. So Tatiana, if you're listening, I told you you had to listen, and then
Let's rephrase that.
What?
You plugged. Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't. Wait a second. I didn't plug Tatiana. Sorry. But anyways, she's like 29, and she is like the coupon queen, but for like high end things. Like if you have like really nice shoes you want to freaking buy, she's like, oh no, wait till Tuesday at 3:00 because they're going to be on sale for that. And she can do this, and I'm like, we're going to put you on because it's amazing.
Oh, that'd be fun to have her on.
Yeah, she's like, I'd love to be on. I'm like, all right, well, we'll figure out a time and effort, but.
Awesome. So yeah, I think people would definitely benefit from visiting both Kayla's Instagram and her storefront. Kayla's, I've seen her pack for this thing. I've seen her prepare for it for years now, and it literally is a 4-month.
It's not even. It's like I said, my prom is like next year, and I already have it planned. This is what I do with Country
We
Thunder.
got to get you to have Country Thunder hire you is what we got to work towards.
I'm trying.
We're gonna work on that this year.
Did apply for a social media position with them, so we'll see what happens. I haven't heard anything.
Would that be nationwide?
No, I think it's just for
in
this
Phoenix?
event.
Still, that's a perfect start. That'd
Yeah.
be great. That'd be fantastic.
So
So
get-
we are going to make this a regular thing, Country Thunder, up until
Up until April,
right
next
and
3 or
then-
4 shows.
and then of course we'll do a post Country Thunder show, so you can tell us all the tidbits.
Check out Kayla's Instagram page at ctazadventures.com and her Amazon storefront at
Amazon.com/shop/CTAZ Adventures.
there you go.
There we go.
All right. Again,
We're going to post that on Facebook.
Smelling something funny, we'll research that and see who it is or what it is. All right. Well, we've looked around and we figured out what the smell was. Cheap cologne in a whorehouse. Guess who's back to join us today, everybody? It is the one and only Tink Martindale.
Hey, it's Tink. We're back. They were trying to get rid of me. They wouldn't let me in. You guys are a bunch of shitheads. But Tink is back. We're back.
Hi, Tink. How have you been?
Tink is great. Tink is always good.
Have you been in jail or something?
No, I mean, I'm usually there every now and then, but no, this last few months, no. It's been kind of nice. I've been hanging out, looking for a job, and so I'm happy. I'm making my career move, so everything's going good for Tink.
All right. Well, we're thrilled.
What?
We're
You
thrilled
know what?
to
We're
see you.
There's new game shows coming on with Tink. We're not making it an everyday. Bill, you guys don't hire me. I would make it an everyday thing just to let you know if you guys hired me for that many.
Oh.
But it's time for new games, and we're gonna start playing games. Are you guys excited? Come on. Yes. All right. Give me another intro.
Oh.
I'm Tink Martindale, and it's time for your games. Are you guys ready?
We're
Kayla,
ready.
how excited are you?
Yay.
Okay, wake up.
Yay! So we are playing today. We're playing our game. We are doing, I'm going to speak the lyric to a good song, and you have to know what song it is.
Oh, so you're not gonna sing?
No, I'm not saying.
Thank you.
They wouldn't let us. We would
That's
get in
right.
trouble.
That's right.
So is it like a don't forget the lyrics kind of
It
situation?
is, I am going to speak. Tink is going to speak parts of a song, and you're going to have to guess what that song is.
All right, so we don't have to finish the lyrics. We just have to
No,
name
you
the
just
song.
have to name that song.
So name that tune.
with Tink Martindale. Oh, yes, we do. So you guys have your buzzers ready. Let me hear them. Let me hear,
I already
let me
did
hear your
mine,
buzzer.
Tink.
Okay, so who wants to go first? Do we have a coin flip? Let's flip something.
I'll go first.
And quit flipping me off. That doesn't count. Okay, so you have the choice of songs newer than the 80s, or songs older than the 80s.
I'll start out. Hey, let's start with the 80s.
Hit the button. Here we go. Question number 1. We are young. Heartache to heartache, we stand. Yes.
Love is a battlefield. Pat
Yes!
Benatar.
Press the button and get some applause. Yeah! See, so that is just how we're going to start. That is an easy one.
Oh,
so
were we
I'm going to give you an easy one, and then we're going to start. So I'm
Oh.
going to throw you so you pick a
A
category.
little bit of trivia. That song does turn 40 years old this year.
Wow.
Are we supposed to buzz in, or are
We
you
will,
doing
but
it-
we're doing a practice round.
Oh,
so
okay.
I gave you a very easy one. So now you get to pick. Press the button because we're doing a practice round here. All right. Do you want songs newer than the 80s, 80 songs, or songs older than the 80s?
do newer 80s songs.
Press it. See, now, Jim, you got to get that. Every time. There
I'm
you go.
gonna get
Thank you.
so
you need to hold
sick of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is perfect. Okay. And I can be late for a date, that's fine, but he better be on time.
I know it's Shania.
Yes?
Any Man of Mine?
Yes! So now do you guys get how the game is going? Now, they're going to get harder as we go through the rounds, okay? But now we're starting. And since I'm going to let Kayla start the game, first to 5 wins.
So do we have to buzz in now?
Now we
or-
No, I'm just going to ask, since we only have 2 of us, the buzzers aren't going to work. I'm going to ask you the question. If you don't get it, you'll have a chance to steal.
Got it. Got
See,
it.
Tink
Okay.
on...
Okay. All right.
You ready?
Round 1.
Kayla, do you want songs newer than the 80s, 80 songs, or songs older than the 80s?
Do the newer one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you're allowed to. You have to take every category. Okay.
Wait a minute. That wasn't part of the rule.
Okay. Are you ready? This is tough. He was a boy. She was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious?
It's Skater Boy BOI.
Yes! And Kayla right away jumps on top 1-0.
I did not know that's how that
Good
song
sit-
was
Now
spelled.
they're going to get a little tougher than that. Okay, just to let you know.
I'm only staying in that category.
You have to.
Yeah,
choose
take
or
one
I
from
choose.
each category.
Yes, one from each category, definitely. Okay,
All right.
hit it, Jim.
All right. No, per
You
round.
know?
No, per round. I'm not going to play that. That'll annoy the crap out of everybody.
All right. Do you want? You know the category.
I already did 80, so give me newer than the 80s.
Oh my gosh! All
He's
right.
going to take all mine.
Oh, wait. No, you're right.
No, you've already
whatever.
picked it. You're
All right,
out of
go
luck,
ahead.
so
Go
it's
ahead.
not going to happen. So, all right, let's just see what we can do here.
Tink doesn't have his glasses on, so bear with us.
Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times.
Hello from Adele.
Yes. All right. So we are tied at 1-1. So now, Kayla, you must pick another category.
All
And
right.
since Tink is in charge of this, which one are you going to pick?
Wait, round 2.
Round 2 with Tink. Pick a category.
Do the 80s.
All right, we're doing the 80s. This is tough. I'm gonna make it tougher here.
Maybe you could have been a little bit better prepared, Tink.
Okay. Yeah.
He just got off the bus. Leave him alone.
It's the terror of knowing what the world is about, wondering, some good friends screaming, "Let me out."
I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
Okay, here we go. It's the terror of knowing what the world is about, watching some good friends screaming, "Let me out."
No idea.
Okay. Should Tink sing it?
Sure.
It's the terror of knowing what the world is about, watching some friends scream, "Let me out." Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie.
Oh, I just heard that song last night, too.
And so you do not get a point. You lose. All right. Jim, you need to pick a different one.
Give me older than the 80s.
Older than the 80s for 50, Bob. All right.
Who's Bob?
You ready?
Yep.
Hands, touching hands. Reaching out, touching me,
That's easy.
touching you.
That's Sweet Caroline by the One Line Neil Diamond.
Yes, it's Sweet Caroline. Good job. Jim jumps into the lead. 2-1. It's a barn burner here. It's a barn burner.
right.
All right, Caleb.
Round 3.
This is some bullshit.
This is round 3.
Because
So
Dad knows all these music.
now you have to get this one because you have not picked this category yet. So okay. So this can't be that. You should know this one. I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight.
I only think of Rocky Horror.
Oh, what? It is Monster Mash.
That was my second one.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight.
Yeah, but that sounds like Rocky Horror.
Oh my! It's
This is why I don't play games. 'cause
all
I
right,
don't
Jim.
know
You
shit.
have a chance to go up 3-1.
All right, we're at round 3.
No, you didn't even finish round two.
My bad. All right, still in
You're
round
still
2.
Round 2. Well, it can't be round 2. It's got to be round 3 because you
Yeah.
got 3-1. All right.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways, your songs newer than the 80s. Okay. This is going to be tough. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space with the air like I don't care. Baby, by the way. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space with the air like I don't care. Baby, by the way.
I don't think you got the lyrics right. I have no
Oh,
idea.
you're right. It says, fuck you, Jim. You're right.
Oh, that's
So-
Mark's theme song.
Oh, Mark's theme song.
One more time. That's all you get. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space with the air like I don't care.
Isn't
Baby, by the way.
Elton John song?
No, it's a newer than 80s. Believe it or not, that is Happy by Pharrell Williams.
Really?
Yes.
I like that song too.
All right, so it's 2-1. 2-1. Now it's round 3.
All right,
Hit us up,
round three.
Now you can pick whatever you want because we're back in. You've already had your 3 questions, so you can pick. You can make a comeback here. You're only down 2-1.
Do the newer than the 80s. then.
Okay, newer than the 80s.
That's all I
right.
know.
Oh, that's not
Even
true.
then, not
Okay.
one. Oh, shit.
You ready? I thought love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else, but not for me. Love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed.
I know this song.
That's not newer than the 80s.
Yes, it is. It was done by a newer artist. It's a remake.
Of songs older than the 80s.
Do you
I
need
was
it?
gonna say
But it's hey, don't mess with Tink. Tink is right here. Okay, I'm telling you. I thought love was only true in fairy tales,
Oh, it's
meant for someone else, but not like me.
Smash Mouth, but I don't know the
Yeah.
name of the song.
Love was out to get me. That's the only way it
It's
seemed.
from Shrek.
You got to come up with a name.
Came out in 2001.
You got that's not part. With a new game next week, yes, but you have 10 seconds. 9.
Come on, I believe you can get it.
I don't
What
know.
the-
It's
if she's-
believe,
what do you
it's
get?
something
Oh my
believe.
God.
Believe in love. Believe
Elon,
love.
oh my God, it's I'm a Believer by
Oh.
Smash Mouth. Oh my.
I still think I should get half a point.
No,
'cause I got
there is I
Smash
am not
Mouth,
giving you-
Shrek, and I swear to God, if that came out in
If it did
2001,
come out in
That
2001,
was, yeah,
I
but that could have been on the Monkeys too.
No, don't mess with the rules
The,
from Tink Mark.
the
now.
Monkeys did that song
Pick a
originally.
damn category. I'm going to
Give
take
me-
a point away from you.
Give me
okay?
the 80s.
Give me the 80s. All right, I'm giving you the 80s. All right. Here we go. She's coming in a 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation.
I would let you know that song did come out in 2001.
You're
So
not
I
getting-
got a point.
Quit, but you're not getting half a point. No. Okay. I can give. Should I start giving hints because we're not getting these? Okay. She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. It's a.
Is it Elton John?
No.
Okay.
But I'll start giving hints. It's by a. And your little dog too.
It's by a witch?
No. It's Africa by Toto. All right, Ken? All right,
Are
we're
you
gonna
sure
go
these
one
are
more
lyrics?
because now we're on another round.
All right.
Round 4. We're gonna get this. Is gonna
All
be.
right, we're gonna go
We're
round
gonna try.
4.
All right, so you cannot
Round
pick newer than
4.
80s. You have 80s or
Do it earlier than the
earlier
80s.
than the 80s. Okay, earlier than the 80s.
You'd think I would know more 80s songs.
Well, you hate the
Okay,
80s so
you
much.
should know.
I do.
Okay, here's one. Hold on. If you said goodbye to me tonight, where would still be music left to write? What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. This hasn't happened for the longest time.
Say it again.
She's not going to get this one.
The name of the song is physically in what I'm saying, okay? I'm throwing you a huge softball. If you said goodbye to me, Dopey, you're not Googling it. Put the damn phone down. If you said goodbye to me tonight, there would still be music left to write. What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. This hasn't happened to me for the longest time.
Oh, yeah, for the longest time.
By who?
I don't know. The Glee version is the only one I know.
Billy Joel.
Yeah, you let know. All right, Jim, if
For
you
the
get this
longest
answer,
time.
we're going to let you do it, okay? But if not, it's going to go to sudden death and she can come back and steal this from you.
I didn't need to know the artist. I needed to know the song
No, I
because I
didn't-
just
no,
fucking told you that.
You've been trying to
I'm
cheat
a
this whole
Believer
game
came
because
out in 2001.
All right. Reel it in.
Crap.
Reel it in. All right. Mark, I'm going to, King, I'm going to let you choose my
I
category.
still think I got a point because I give you the fucking soundtrack and it came
This
out in 2001 by
okay,
Alt
here we
Smash
go.
Mouth.
Now, if you get this, it's a win. If you don't, we're going to a sound off.
How? I don't even have any points. I have one.
I'm trying to help you here, okay? All right. Yeah, let's see if you can get this one. Have you ever been close to tragedy or been close to folks who have? Have you ever felt a pain so powerful, so heavy you collapsed?
It's the way that he says it.
I can do it in a dramatic reading. Would you like that?
Have
Have you ever been close to tragedy or been close to folks who have? Have you ever
Are we at the Ren
felt
Fair?
a pain so powerful,
Is he
so heavy,
topping out?
you've collapsed?
Wow.
Does that help?
I'm going to give you that for the dramatic
Tink
reading.
does the dramatic readings.
I have no idea.
Wah, wah,
Wah,
wah.
wah, wah.
The impression that I get by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Who the fuck is that?
Oh my God, everybody! That's the impression that I get.
No.
See, I just
No.
wanted to go to the playoff round. Okay, so we're going to the playoff round. He gets to pick for you, and you get to pick for him. So you get to pick for Kayla right now. What?
Sudden death.
Sudden death with Tink Martin.
Because I'm a dad, I'm going to give her newer than
Oh
80s.
my God! All right, you did this. I hate this game with when you do that. All right. You should get this.
If you...
Yo, do you want it in a dramatic reading or do you want it in a?
I need the normal one first.
Okay. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Wannabe by the Spice Girls.
Yeah! All right, Jim, you need to get this to tie, okay? And don't just throw it to get out of here, okay? So give him a category. You get to pick his category for the win now.
I'm going to do before the 80s.
Before the 80s. All right.
I ain't playing nice. I was cheated out of a point.
Okay, let's see. I can't go that.
Did anyone actually keep score?
Yes, I am keeping score. So
To me tonight. there would be music
left and right.
Whoa!
All right, here we go. Do you want it in a dramatic reading or do you want it just
The regular first,
Okay,
please.
all right. You walked into the party like you were walking onto a yacht. Your hat strategically dipped below one eye. Your scarf, it was apricot. Do you want it in the dramatic reading or no?
Like that'll help, but go ahead.
You walked into the party like you were walking onto a yacht. Your hat strategically dripped below one eye. Your scarf, it was apricot. Hey, you gave up. You're So Vain by Carly Simon.
Oh.
You walked into a party like you were walking on a yacht. Really? And do we have a winner? And do we guess woohoo!
I don't think I won. but
Kayla
okay.
comes back from behind
I
and wins.
think it was kind of a draw, but all right.
Like Jim doesn't like losing, does he? There, he's a little mad
I'm
there.
pretty sure I only had like 1 point.
So Tink Martindale has made the comeback. We're playing games, and that was a lot of fun. Give it a round of applause one more time for Kayla, everybody. Yeah!
What did I win?
Once again, Tink did not bring prizes.
Oh, I don't bring
Well, hey,
pride.
Tink, thanks for dropping by. Here, you got to go. All right. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Hey,
nope.
everybody! Everybody!
No.
Well, that was a
Sorry, we
fun
unplugged your mic.
That worked. Edit here. Hey, did I miss something? What happened, guys? What I was just out for the last 20 minutes.
You
What happened?
didn't smell that?
Oh, see, you can't still sing. I heard about a song that you were
We
liking,
had a
so-
visit from Tink.
Oh, I love Tink.
Shit. All right, thanks, everybody.